speed in which we can move. Now, I know they want hay grass. They could take that if they want to waste the time with it. That's fine. We'll take a bit more pemmican than that. Maybe we'll take more packaged survival meals, actually. Take a few packaged survival meals. Somebody wants a carnivore meal. They can't have it. And it's 13 days worth of food, 20 medicines, and we'll take... Probably not that stack. Hold on. Fuck off. We'll take maybe 10 normal in case we capture somebody. And I'm not going to purposely take anybody that's got like a psychic shock lance or anything on them. But this should be fine. I'm pretty sure at least one of them has got a psychic shock lance. Hold on, let's go find my people. So, not bee, not hummingbird. It's not Felix, not Huntsman. I know I could have thrown Shadow in, he would have had it. But I'm about due to get, like, attacked here, because my caravan's been getting attacked a lot, but home base hasn't been getting attacked much. So I kind of want to leave the shock lances here. This is fine. We'll send a little group out and see what the threat is. I'm hoping that it's manhunters or, you know, maybe people. People would be good. Have mercy on your RAM CPU. Oh yeah, at the moment we've got, I was talking about this earlier. I actively have basically an overfull hard drive that my game and my streaming software is running on at the moment. I'm in the process of, like, I started copying stuff off yesterday so that we have a little less, you know, choppiness and stuff, but I need to actually delete the stuff that I've copied off already, which will give us, like, some good wiggle room by probably next week. But we just got to wait a little bit for that. There's nothing I can do. I had to wait to get an external hard drive, but I'm just not in a position where I can just, like, throw down and buy one whenever the fuck I feel like it. So yeah, I got one during the Black Friday sales, and once I fix that up, once we get some hard drive leniency, we'll be right. I know, Huntsman. Look, at least, like, Grim didn't end up marrying Huntsman. That would have been a horrible relationship. He did end up marrying Kangaroo. Grim's, like, my best mate. And the joke is, like, he doesn't like spiders, and his character in game, because I found a Grim walked into my base back in the first area, and I stole him, just like Shadow and stuff. And the thing is, like, I saw he was dating a Huntsman. A Huntsman is a spider. And I'm like, that's a really toxic relationship right there. But then he ended up swapping to a kangaroo, and we're Aussies. So obviously him dating a kangaroo was a much better upgrade. And it's just like, there's so many layers of funny with that. But yeah, here's Chalky. Here's the other trauma savant. I could try to fix him up, but he has so many other things wrong with him. He's one of the other people that got, like, a laundry list of issues. I don't want to waste the healer mech serum on him, even though he's a really great shot and stuff. Like, he can't communicate, he's slowed down a bit, he can still do shooting, he can still do animals, like, he can, like, get around and stuff. I didn't even think about Huntsmen being spiders. Really? The fuck were you thinking of? Like, Huntsman as in, like, you know, Little Red Riding Hood, like the woodsman huntsman type thing? Because, like, goddamn. That's not what I think of first. I think of giant spiders, as you guys have known from a few of my RimWorld videos, where I have literally had giant spiders on my wall that I've had to, like, stop and deal with and stuff. Like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. By the way, that was so lucky we dealt with the extra spiders before my cousin came over, because I wouldn't have probably had a house if she'd encountered the spider first. She probably would have just set the place on fire. There'd be no questions asked. Australia moment. Basically, we've got a lot of spiders here. It's so breeding season happens before the rainy season here, and we're now into the rainy season and stuff, so we shouldn't really get any more big spiders at this point in time. So it's really just like November they come in to breed. They'll go back to wherever they were born to reproduce. So if you've had spiders mate in your house before and happen to hang around and find a good little, like, quiet spot to, like, reproduce, whatever, you'll probably keep getting spiders from then on and stuff. And we had a really, really big one. We had, like, a 10 to 15 centimeter one first, and then we had, like, a 5 to 10 centimeter one or whatever second, I think. And yeah, that was just chilling on, like, the cats found it in here, and then it was just chilling on the wall beside me. So yeah, that was the thing that happened. It's a long-running joke in several RimWorld streams, but originated from Smurf, I think. The fact that Exordious Huntsman Hawk is public enemy #1 thanks to Mortal Smurf. Yeah, no, I haven't heard any of that stuff. So I don't really watch a lot of other RimWorld streamers and stuff. I do watch a couple, but probably nobody really big, because a lot of the people that are like too busy min-maxing and stuff like that, I don't enjoy that kind of gameplay on any game. But yeah, I guess like if you have something that keeps going, it's kind of like how Tofu is a dick, right? Like Tofu in my colony, he's been really great in this colony, but generally speaking, Tofu's a dick. Like that's just how it goes. Like it'd be pretty hard pressed to see where he went in this list because they shuffled it when 1.5 came out. But like I'm pretty sure that's Sam, not Franklin. That one's Nick. One is Nick. I used to have like my group were up along the front here. And I feel like Tofu should be along the front here, but I don't think he is anymore. No, that should be Shadow. Yeah, that's Shadow. Like, I could kind of see who some of them are, but unless I've seen them recently, I don't know. I also don't know if Tofu's actually in the colony at the moment or if he's out on an adventure. Oh. Did I send you out in this group? No. But Kit Kat and Corpsey is. Corpsey's one of our people that does like all the talking and stuff. That and Labia. Like these two will connect in the morning. Basically, once the sun starts rising, I'll get them moving. And then I'll get them home. And they've got like the hundreds of components and silver and steel and all sorts of stuff. And they'll be great. I haven't really checked on my gear for a while. They are making pants and they're making shirts and shit, but they really need to be making parkas at this point. I just don't have many animals around the map to peel, you know? And we did fix up my animals a little while ago, which reminds me I need to check on my panthers. We fixed up the amount of animals that I've got alive at the moment that we're taming and stuff, but I need to kind of do a little bit more work on that, because after we took the animals down to 1/3 the amount, right, there's kind of like a small imbalance of like the amount that are like hauling animals versus non-hauling animals, and I'm trying to get the chickens and the ducks and stuff back up to, how many have we got of them? Like we got 24 chickens, so we got 28 ducks. We had like 75 previously and stuff. Like we're getting there. We are fixing it. It's just taking time. The other thing too is whenever we get like piles of fertile eggs and stuff, my cats come over and snack and shit, you know? It's in my 2,500 hours playing with this game. I've never got this amount of colonists. That's fair. Most people are not going to have this many colonists. The other thing too is if you have like a shit ton of mods and stuff, you probably won't really be able to get past like 20 to 50 without the game just crapping itself. That's kind of a standard in RimWorld and stuff. But yeah, no, we started with 21 colonists, and I expected my colonists to kill each other, because that's basically what happened with my previous colony of Nido. We got up to like 100 and something, and everybody just like, it imploded. One day they were just like, nah, not anymore. And I was going through medical stuff, and I was just not willing to like try to save them anymore because they were just constantly infighting. And I'm like, have that. I just basically put my hands up and just watched the carnage and stuff, and we lost that colony. And we also lost the Men in Black dude that came in. But then we started again. So we took 21 colonists in from all my previous colonies, a couple of people from the last one and stuff. That's what the EdB Prepare Carefully is I use for, right? So I remade them exactly as they were. And then basically they kind of like got along. And I was really, really surprised. And I'm like, oh, they're not killing each other. Like, this is my 4th, I think, big map. I've had, my coalition map had 100 or so people. Hatora had like 170 odd. Nido had like 100 and something. And this group's got like 253 colonists at the moment. And we've had 262 as the most we've had on this colony. But, yeah, it's been going pretty good. Like, everybody's been pretty okay. Like, you get periods of time where people are not okay, like when we moved in and nobody had a bed. Everybody was sleeping on the floor. Everybody was starving. We didn't have food. Winter was coming. Everybody was cold. Like, yeah, then people were pretty pissed off and we just had non-stop tantrums for, like, months. But they got past that. And we still get raided and stuff occasionally. We don't get as badly raided. I think they took mercy on us while they were actively trying to cull off like 20 odd people. But yeah, it's been alright. I've been mostly fucking around redesigning this for the most part. Some of these designs I've taken from other maps. Like I took that from Hatora. This is new. I think this kind of idea is from Hatora and Quillen, and I hate it. This is from absolutely from Hatora, but I ended up mirroring it. Instead of having the dining room in here and stuff, I ended up moving that. Hey Joke Master, welcome in. Good morning to you too. This is like mostly loosely based on my Hatora map. My previous location was its own unique style as well, and Salvation was its own unique thing. Like I can show you what they looked like. Basically, this is what the first location for this colony looked like. That's where we started. That was location 1, Salvation. And I took a couple of the designs from previous maps and I fucked around with the rest of it. Like the circles and stuff were unique and stuff. And then we had the second location, that was Quillen. I hated it. We never got to finish it before the map glitched out and went to total black and we had no textures and we couldn't see anything and everything was just broken. We had to move. And now we're at our current location. So shit's going good for the most part. But it has been a hell of a journey, and like we've still got, like I said, I'm going to move over here somewhere close for our next move so that it's not as hard to get here, because we've either got to take a caravan all the way through here, and there's this little tiny hole here that they can get through, and then they can walk all the way up around here, and it's still like a 9-day journey or something like that if they want to walk around, or I can transport pod to it, and this will be fine. I'm starting to make friends with these guys at the moment. I'm starting to throw potatoes and rice at them all the time. And then after that, I want to move up to somewhere along here, probably before we go into like the desert. I probably want to have somewhere semi-stable as like the last real place, somewhere in here. And then we'll try to move for the landed ship quest, like however long that takes. It could be in like another year from now. I don't know, IRL time. But the thing is, like, when we eventually do get there, I'd like to see, I know I can't take all my colonists, but I'd like to take some of my originals. Whoever is surviving, I'd like to take them. One of my doors must be open. I'd like to get them out and safe and stuff. I know, that's right, I'm setting up a caravan. I'd like to get as many of my originals safe. I don't know about Nick. Like, Nick, maybe we leave them behind because they're a bit of a dick. But, like, the rest of my people, maybe. And everybody else will just try to defend. But the thing is, like, I know that's going to be horrible. I'm going to lose, like, hundreds of people. But, like, I don't know. Let's see how that goes. In the worst case scenario, if it's, like, a completely I can't get my few people out and we lose everybody kind of situation, like, maybe then we'll try, because I've got a backup plan for if we can't get out from the flag. If shit goes south and we absolutely lose the whole colony at that location, we'll try to reload back to the last location they existed at before they moved, wherever that is here, and we'll try to build a ship and exit the map that way. So we've got 2 potential like exits from this game that we can do, but yeah, it's going to take a while. And at the moment we're just basking in peace because it's been really fucking hard for like ages. And realistically, I just need them to like get a surplus of food and valuables and make some armor and weapons. Like, we sold a whole heap of our bolt action rifles and I need to make more. But like, we just haven't had steel. We've been basically trying to get the electrics up and make them stable before wasting any extra steel and components and stuff on other stuff. We're only just starting to get to a point where we're making components, which is great, you know. Then migrate and defend, build and defend. So basically I can have 2 colonies at once, and so I will try to kind of like launch my people to a new location and like get them stable before like removing this location kind of thing. And then once that one's stable, we'll make another location and we'll basically keep leapfrogging like that to the landed ship quest. But the landed ship quest, I basically kind of have to take everybody in there, and when we're ready to activate the ship, it's basically go time at that point. But I don't know what that tile is going to look like because it's desert, right? It's going to be desert. I probably won't want to keep my animals at that spot. Hold on. I can get all the way down in here. I want to see the terrain and stuff. So basically it's going to be cold as fuck, which is fine. We'll just make some parkas and shit as we keep moving. Because it's going to keep getting colder as we keep going further and further up the coast anyway. But yeah, we're not going to have very good ability to grow shit there. That's why I kind of want to take most of my own food. I kind of want to arrive with basically food and defense and like stay with that and then just go and start the fight. But basically once we like arrive there, I don't know how long it's going to take us to do that battle. And basically, I don't know. I'm basically going to probably just do that as a big old like week-long event or something like that. It's going to be very emotionally taxing, honestly, to like go through that. I don't know how many raiders will you fight though? That's going to be laggy as fuck. It probably is, because like I'm not clearing any information from any of my people. This is another thing I'm also testing as well. It's like I said, I don't have any performance mods. I'm not wiping any like background data. Every colonist individually is aware of the 200 so people that are in this colony, plus any acquaintances, plus people that have died, stuff like that, animals. We've had hundreds of animals. We normally have like 500 to 700 animals. At the moment, we're like 200 to 500 animals, but it's okay. We're working on it. But like everybody's got like a huge list of information and stuff. And I'm basically going to try to make the smallest place at the last location, which is going to be hard for me because I love spreading out as well. So that's going to be a challenge. But yeah, I'm assuming it's probably going to be a very slow battle until we start whittling down a few colonists. And it's supposed to be, what, 15 days or something of being attacked, I believe, something along those lines. So 15 days of like multiple raids, however many raids, any kind of raids and shit. So yeah, it's going to be fucking awful. God only knows what it's going to be, but I'm honestly considering taking like the 21 colonists that were the originals and actually physically removing them from the concept of the battlefield. And basically just like, not so much like imprisoning them, but like basically making them all the way dead inside the entire structure so that nobody can hit them. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, basically my raiders recently have been very small, which has been nice. But sometimes we get like three separate raids of like 75 or something like that attack me at once. So, you know, it's whatever. The last couple of raids we've got have been mech raids, and they've been okay. There was one mech raid where I really should have just taken it head on, or it was the elephant one. I don't know which. It's either the mech raid or the elephant one, and I probably should have just fought it, but I ended up calling in my allies to act as like defensive kind of like distractions and shit. And then like once my allies died, my other allies, I didn't request this, my other allies sent me like 95 people to help me, which was awesome because like I then suddenly had like up to 300 people on my map, you know, doing this fight, which is great. So yeah, we kind of like absolutely royally fucked over that group, but I lost all my allies in the process. So that's the other thing I've been working on too, is all of these were in the negatives. Like they were not neutral. They did not like me. Because of those couple of raids. So we threw potatoes and rice at them, just like transport pods full of like 5,000 or so rice or potatoes and stuff, until they made friends again. And each one sees that it's a different value of how many points it like goes up each time. So yeah, it was quite amusing. I just got so many giggles out of just like the concept of pelting a nearby colony with like just blacking out the sun with rice and just shower them in rice or potatoes and stuff. And I'm like, it's just amusing to me. But yeah, I've been making friends with this lot up here. We made friends with some of these guys even before we moved. I kind of like friend the new area before I move, so I get more caravans, I get more quests and shit like that. But I'm just waiting for these two to merge, because the thing is, like, the immobile caravan, I didn't have to immobilize it, but I'm being greedy for steel. And I'm like, I just got to send 2 people out to meet them and they'll be fine. But I kind of didn't time it great and it went over night time. Otherwise, they would have already been merged and coming home. I also probably could have given them something to ride out on, like a dromedary. And again, they would have been fine, but they would have already merged by now. Oh yeah, that's right. I got to call on my other trader too. Hold on. I forgot to call in Green. I don't see anybody with special names. I'm also trying to find people that have the same names as my community, as people in my community. I don't rename anybody. So whoever is here, I just come across them. Let's get this in order. I just come across them and I steal them. Like Grim, I stole. Trianther, I stole. Kit Kat, I stole. There's a few others. Bombay was a name and game character I stole. That was great. I also have applied for the name and game character. I just don't know what they're going to actually accept. So when I know, I'll like say that. Actually, you're right next to this group. There's nobody in here with special names either. But can I get you guys to trade? And then, hold on, afterwards, where's my button for this thing? Hold on. Where is the guy? I want you to dismiss them afterwards. Now, since you're busy, where is... Pretty sure Young and stuff can do, like, basically same kind of talking. What do you want? 14. Alright, hold on. Looking for somebody that's practically glowing. That isn't hurt much. Rolf's like a 12. Rolf's not too bad. Silverware's a 12. Vulture's a 13. I could probably use Vulture. Hold on. Congrats to you. How's your health? Pretty good. Alright, off we go. Corpsey, my generally person that does talking. Corpsey and Labia are currently out of base. Well, Corpsey is. Labia is supposed to be going on a caravan. She's supposed to be in this group, I'm pretty sure, so it's fine. I don't want to really pull her aside and make her do other stuff, but yeah, I've got a few people that can do talking at a pretty decent rate. Now, the other thing too is I need to call in... Is anybody in this area good at talking? Hold on, there's Silverware. You can call in. Why don't you call in Green? You've got like 11 or 12. There we go. Alright. So Silverware will call in the last trader and then the rest of them will slowly come out as they come out. So these two are allies that are currently on the map. And how's my prisoners? They're allies and the other ones that are coming don't like each other. So we'll get them sorted out. Also, how did Regal go with their infection? And their infection's now major. I guess it's trying to do that thing where it takes away one of the people that I've taken. I mean, I could take your left arm. There is a small chance it'll fix up, but I also said that when it was minor. Now it's major. It's not yet extreme, but... Let's get a bulk's good. Trader. Rostup agrees to your caravan. Good. Alright. Yeah, no, I reckon it's trying to take her out because it tried to take out Valso earlier. Yeah. Alright. Maybe I take the arm, maybe I don't. We'll see. I haven't taken it yet. Alright, so I am interested in pemmican. I am interested in meats and stuff, but before that, I do have a lot of wood and stuff. I've got a lot of clothes I can sell you. Good, good. Because I need silver. So I need silver for floors, but I also want components and stuff, so I don't want to put this person too high up with money. Let's start with that, and let's go back down. What do I want from you? I've still got other traders coming. I want pemmican. I'm willing to trade potatoes, and specifically rice, because I've got 34,000 rice. I could take... We do need meat. We're really low on meat. I would like to keep the leathers, but I could sell them. I'll leave them for the moment. Get rid of the drugs. Get rid of the smoke leaf. There is beer in my colony somewhere. There it is. Because my people keep having mental breaks over it, and they're not allowed to have drugs and shit, so, you know, it just makes them upset. Obviously, that's the point of it, but see if I could take a little bit more. I could take more food off them, but I'm gonna potentially trade rice and stuff later. So I would rather try to... a little bit too much. I'd rather try to get as close as possible and then have the wiggle room of like a couple of skins to sell up the difference. Like that. Now we've got 1,000 silver. We can start making the floors. Where was that? That was Labia's group up here. So, where was the meat dropped? Because I told them to leave, so now of course they're going to like run through my colony. Where did you drop the meat? Like, he's leaving, but they're going... Like, look at this. They're literally just like running the fuck across my colony. If I had other enemies, like their trader is already off map. Oh, they're grabbing the rest of their animals that decide to run ahead. That's where the meat is. Got it. Well, we found the meat. Head on. How do you feel about hauling meat and Lincoln and stuff? Because like the pemmican and whatever, it will live for a while. Also, my people coming up here to haul meat are not actually coming up here to haul meat. They're coming up here to consume it, and therefore they are bagsing the meat, saying that like it's busy and stuff, but they're literally just going to walk up, pick up a piece of meat and eat it. And that's not what I want them to do. I need them to actually take it to storage. I also forgot to check if they had like components and shit, but I think if they had have had it, I would have seen it. But yeah, we need components. You have steel. A bit of steel. What's you got? Not too much. I could start trading you the rest of my clothes and stuff. It's fine. So I'd like to be able to bring in like some exotic traders or even weapon traders and stuff soon. But the fact is I just don't have the wiggle room on stuff like that at the moment. Because realistically I've got more clothing and I've got like food and stuff more than I have anything else. I could sell you like a wall light because it's like 15 bucks, probably get you up to difference. I know it's steel, but it's fine. It's about as close as I can get without selling a leather. I probably could have sold like one other thing, but this is fine. Perfect. All right, some more steel. Silver, I mean. More silver. So a couple of people are going to come up and deal with that. Somebody will come up for the silver to get the floors and stuff done. Hopefully they'll do the hospitals first. But honestly, if they decide to come in here, it's not that problem. Oh, sick. They're ready to merge and off they go back home. Alright. So they're on their way home and they've got the 200 components and the 10,000 silver and fuck knows how much steel and stuff. I think it's 3,000 steel and whatnot. So, yeah. So once they get home, which again, they're out of food. I love this. They've arrived. They've got food. They've got a bit of pemmican, got a bit of survival meals and stuff like that, but it's not really enough to feed the whole group. But they'll hopefully get home soon. This group will go out to the attack quest thing. Or not really attack quest, the, what do you call it? Also, I love that they're called Darklight. So yeah, they'll go to the hyperweave thing, and I'm sure that there's going to be like a mech or something protecting that, but it's not going to be much. I'm taking 10 people for that attack quest thing, basically. One person's down somewhere. I have 10 on it, and whenever somebody goes mentally wandering, they sometimes show it. Whenever somebody is like down in hospital or something, they don't show it. I've come to notice that because my numbers fluctuate. There's nothing I could do about that. But they are making the chairs, so people are going to have seats. We've got lights and we've got statues. So basically this is getting better. Once I could get a few more statues up in here, it'd be great. And now we have an eclipse, which is not ideal. We're trying to get electricity. Do I have more statues? I guess people haven't been making them. But I did get rid of those lights and stuff, so that was good. I had extra lights just sitting here that I don't know what they were from. They were probably from the kitchen, but I can't guarantee that. But yeah. At least my people can, for the moment, still make stuff. And I would rather trade some food, like rice and potatoes and stuff like that. I would rather trade that for meat at the moment. because we don't have a lot of meat. And while we do have like good amount of pemmican and other stuff, realistically, I want to see my people make some carnivore meals, preferably soon. Alright, so I know you're having a sleep, but when you're done, you haul that. No, Nick's going to be useless, they don't haul, I know that. Brick, I don't think you haul, but let's check. Like I said, just because it says it's reserved by somebody does not mean that they are going to be hauling that. And I'm aware of that. That's why I tell my people to do it manually. I just want them to bring it down. This is really about the furthest I can get from where they will actually bring it into storage, and it's meat. And I'd like them to like get into refrigeration because this area is being heated by fireplaces and shit at the moment. Also, we've nearly got majority of the side tables built. Not all of them.